People keep asking me, what's the best way to promote your apps? So in 2019, what's the best way to promote your app? Is it getting coverage in the press? Being highlighted on popular blogs? Is it pay-per-install advertising? It's actually none of these. Don't get me wrong, they're all good methods to promote your app, but the best? Not by a long shot. Hello, this is App Spotlight. We believe every great app should have a chance to reach the people who will benefit from it. And in this show, we show you how to do this. So let's get to it. So what does it take to be the best method of promoting your app? That's easy. It must give the most bang for the buck. It must lead to the most installs, purchases, and reviews possible per dollar spent or per hour spent doing. Fair enough, right? Let's say you try to get press. A publicist will cost you a minimum of $2,000 per month. Minimum. The average publicist in New York City is $7,000 a month. And you'll need to give them a minimum of 6 months to give them a decent chance to get you press. So on the low end, doing the bare minimum costs you $12,000. And on average, it costs you $42,000 to get press for your app. Let's say you go for pay-per-install advertising instead. This could be on Facebook, Google, InMobi, YouTube, or you name it, any other form of app advertising. In 2019, it costs about $2 to $3 to get an app install on average in the United States across all methods of pay-per-install advertising. Now it could be more, depending on what kind of app it is and what kind of user you have. But rarely will it be any less than $2 to $3 per app install. And as you start scaling that number of $2 to $3 might even go higher. So by spending the same $12,000 to $42,000, you could expect to get anywhere between 6,000 and 21,000 installs. After seeing these, you can't help but think, God, if promoting an app were so expensive, then how in the world do people even get installs? Well, as it turns out, most installs, even in 2019, are still coming organically from the App Store and Play Store for pretty much every category and pretty much every kind of keyword. Even for casino games, which have a huge amount of ads running for them, generally more than 60% of all downloads are coming organically from the App Store or the Play Store. So it would then follow that the largest source of downloads is probably what you should focus on if you want to get more installs. So am I saying App Store optimization is the best form of marketing? Well, not exactly. Of course, you should do App Store optimization as well. And if you don't know what that is, check out this video. But here's why there's a strategy even more effective than App Store optimization. And the best thing is, not everyone is doing this. And when others aren't doing something, it's an opportunity for you. In 2019, there are around 2.5 billion smartphone users in the world. Now just a massive number of apps are available. And most apps are in English. But guess what? Out of the 2.5 billion smartphone users, only around 1 billion are English speakers. Now get this. The vast majority of apps in the world are made in English for English users. So you have a rather funny situation where there are so many apps competing with App Store optimization, press, blogs, advertising, you name it. All for just the 40% of English speakers on smartphones. While more than half the people on the App Store and Play Store don't even have access to these apps. And that's what makes localization and translation the #1 best way to promote your app in 2019. Let me explain. When we translate your app into 16 languages, we capture almost the entirety of the non-English speaking smartphone users. And remember, what we said makes the best method to promote. Bang for the buck. Before localizing your app, it was as if your app didn't exist for half the smartphone users in the world. if you get your app localized to just 16 languages, all of a sudden you open up your app to be downloaded by about twice as many people. And remember what we said earlier, most app installs are coming organically from the App Store or the Play Store. So when these people can install your app all of a sudden, boom, you have twice as many downloads. And it is often seen that certain apps, for some or the other weird reason, tends to do better in certain countries than it does in the US or other English-speaking markets. What's more is that the number of smartphone users who are non-English native speakers is expanding real fast and has runway of about 4.5 billion more people who haven't even come online yet. Whereas the audience of English-speaking users are pretty much tapped out. So now we know with localization, you could basically double your downloads, if not more. So let's get to the cost. We saw how Press on the low end costs between $12,000 and on average costs $42,000. And to get a few thousand downloads, you had to spend pretty much the same amount in pay-per-install advertising. With localization, you could get your app professionally translated and localized for between $1,500 and $3,000, and this is for a big app. For a small app, this could be as little as $500. If you want to know which languages you should localize your app to, you can see my other video, Which Languages Should I Localize My App To? The link is given in the description. So now you see, it costs less and you get more downloads. So we already know it's better than some of the alternatives. But I haven't even gotten to the best reason why localization and translation is king among all ways to promote your app. You see, when you get press or you advertise, you get a whole bunch of people to install your apps, and then the effect of the press or advertising fades away, and the tap of installs runs dry. It's a one and done deal. Next time, if you want to get more installs and in-app purchases, you gotta spend more money, and you gotta do this over and over and over again. But with localization and translation, you do it once, and your app is available in multiple different languages. And that's gonna keep giving you installs over and over again, basically forever, without you spending another single dime on it. Advertising and press just can't compete with the return on investment you get from localizing your app. So that's why localization and translation is the #1 undisputed best way to market your app in 2019. Let me know in the comments if you agree, or if you disagree, tell me why. If you like this video, press the like button. If you want to see more videos about localization and promoting your app, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when we put out more videos. You've been watching App Spotlight. Until next time, keep spreading your apps and make the world a better place. Hey, still here? Check out these videos. They'll help you spread your app. And if you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to App Spotlight.